What's preventing them?
What's preventing black people
Yes.
from having a better life in America?
Yes. What's preventing them?
Police, the government.
Hold on. No.
Universities.
Hold on. Police.
Malcolm X is famously quoted for saying, if we're not careful, the newspapers will have you hating the people who are being oppressed and loving the people who are doing the oppressing. And I really need people to wake up, specifically black people, to realize the systemic issues at hand right now in this moment that are taking place in America. These policies and these nuance of the media propaganda from immigration, abortion, crime, economics that are going on, and you have these political commentators like Charlie Kirk spewing misinformation and misguided messages. So in this YouTube channel, we're going to look into the debates that Charlie Kirk has on these college campuses and dissect what he is saying. Because most of the time, these are false narratives being uplifted by the Republican Party to make you think what's actually going on is just an illusion and in your head.
And it is because of our effort toward getting straight to the root that people oftentimes think we're dealing in.
So Charlie Kirk went up to a college in Chicago and he debated a black student who came up with the argument on DEI. And Charlie Kirk's point was that DEI isn't effective because he's saying that companies lower standards to allow women and people of a certain demographic a job who are underqualified, which isn't true at all. His talking point was basically about the FAA and how they lowered the standards to allow pilots to fly for United Airlines. And he made this question like, oh, I hope he's qualified enough to fly this plane. So let's get into the clip, and I'm going to react to certain talking points that he's trying to make.
50% of their new pilots to either be women or black. Okay. Currently, just so you understand, it's like 8%. They want to go from 8% to 50%. Okay. And every time DEI is implemented, every single time, the lowering of standards occurs. Every single time.
Lowering of standards?
Correct. So can I prove it to you?
So that's not true at all. DEI definitionally doesn't specifically say targeting a certain race. So DEI is basically broken up into diversity, equity, and inclusion. Diversity offers more innovative problem solving because of different perspectives. Companies and schools with diverse teams outperform organizations with no diversity. It just allows deeper learning and viewpoints. Because if you think about it, if you were to take a group of white Americans who grew up the same, they're going to come up to solutions the same way. It doesn't breed creativity as if you were to have a diverse group of people who come from all walks of life, all races, all genders. Equity is simple. It just allows people growth within these companies for promotion and pay raises and just allows individual advancement. Inclusion is just making sure that everyone gets a fair shake. They feel welcome in these jobs, in these spaces, and they're not left behind. Well, let's keep going.
Both want excellence, right? If you and I said, hey, we want 50% of the new people going in the NBA are white. Okay. Would the NBA drop in its standard?
No. The National Basketball League?
No, if we said 50%, if we say
50% of the NBA dropped,
yes,
and it was only white.
No, I
you're
said,
saying would the standard go down?
I'm not hearing what I'm saying. If 50% of all new people going in the NBA were white, by decree, would the quality of play of the NBA decrease?
Yes. Quality of play in the NBA decrease?
Yeah.
No, if they're the same standard of basketball play.
Hold on, let's talk realistic.
Well,
so there he was comparing apples to oranges, in my opinion, because you're comparing basketball to pilots trying to get a job. basketball is strictly performance based off of your physical ability to play basketball. African Americans are typically taller, stronger, more athletic, hand-eye coordination. You can train that, but you can only train it to a certain extent. It's all genetics. I'm not saying that white Americans are genetically inferior. I'm not saying that at all. But if you're looking at somebody trying to become a pilot, it's basically strictly off of, are you able to learn how to fly a plane? You don't have to be tall. You don't have to be physically strong. You don't have to learn how to dunk. You don't have to shoot in a basketball gym a million 3-point shots to get good at it. I mean, of course, flying isn't just a walk in the park, which is I don't know. That was just a crazy comparison in my opinion. So this next discussion was on black crime and how black people are discriminated against and what's holding us back. So let's get into it.
What I'm presenting to you is that the access that I was allowed.
Okay, so what do you mean by access? What
do I mean by access?
How do black people not have access to a better life in America? What's preventing them?
What's preventing black people
Yes.
from having a better life in America?
Yes. What's preventing them?
Police, the government.
Hold on. No.
universities.
Police. How many
United States president,
unarmed black
Donald
men died?
Trump.
So he cut him off there, but it's pretty simple. Black people lack access to proper education, and school underfunding, lack of access to affordable home loans and mortgage rates, predatory lending, and over-policing, which leads to mass incarceration. Simple, but he cut him off, so let's keep going.
How
Donald
many unarmed black men die from the hands of police every year?
The unarmed
Nationally.
black- are you
Yes.
serious?
How many?
Charlie Kirk, we're talking about something.
How many? No, you just said police. How many unarmed
did.
black men die at the hands of police every year?
Did I say that is the reason
You
why
just
we're
said
prohibited?
police.
Policing is an issue.
How?
Our
You're
police
right.
is
We don't have
militarized.
enough police
The
on
normal
the streets of.
So, yes, the number's pretty low. I think it's between like 13 or 16 unarmed black men have been killed by police, but they are disproportionately killed at a higher rate than any other race. So, let's keep going.
Black
Normal
neighborhoods.
police department is way more funded than our normal. libraries.
What is the number?
So, just to explain how it's disproportionate, black people make up 13% of the American population, and I think it's like 32% of unarmed black men are killed by police.
One cause of black death in Chicago.
Are you serious?
Other blacks killing blacks.
Are y'all saying other blacks?
Yes.
Other blacks?
Who's
People
killing?
being killed.
Who's killing the blacks from Chicago? A bunch of kids from Highland Park.
22% Hispanic. That's very, very, very broad. Where
No.
are those locations at?
Who is
Where
killing?
are those locations at?
East. No.
You're saying East Garfield? You've never been to East Garfield in your life.
Yes,
You're
I
from
went
East
once and I'll
Garfield?
never return.
You're from East Garfield? You've never been to East Garfield in your
No. Tell
life.
me.
So the number one cause of death in the black community is diabetes, heart problems, car accidents. So this is another nuanced take of black on black crime that doesn't exist. It's all proximity. There's blacks killing blacks, there's whites killing whites, Asians killing Asians. Like I've said before in another video, it's all about where you frequent, and if you live in a black community, you're more likely to be killed by a black American, as if you're a white man living in a white community, you're more likely to be killed by another white person.
Very
So
clearly.
We're saying
Who
these
is
broader locations is these smaller
Who is
locations,
killing
these
the
broader
blacks in
communities,
Chicago?
these
Who
broader
is killing them?
communities Of 1,000 African Americans, who you're taking statistics from communities.
Who is
African
killing? No, I want to have a
What
conversation with you.
What did you
And
expect,
who
Charlie?
is killing them?
Who is killing African Americans?
Yes.
People are killing people.
No. What race is killing them?
Why are y'all trying to act like African Americans are just solely murdered? People are killing people.
No. What
That's a real
race is
problem
killing?
that we
Is it
have.
white people killing blacks or blacks killing
People
blacks?
are killing people, Charlie.
Okay. But hold on, what race is
You're
killing
saying
the other
what race is killing what race more? That does not matter.
It
What-
does matter because it's a black-on-black problem.
It's a
and
black
blacks
on black
need to
problem,
solve
or is
the
it a
problem
crime
of black-on-black
Is
violence.
it a black on black problem, or is it a crime?
So yes, violence in the black community is relevant. The only way to combat that is simple economics and access to better education, access to jobs. So I think next they're going to get into blacks disproportionately committing murders in America.
You're forgetting that these locations that you're bringing up are secluded by these races. So these races might have a easier time with policing, and yeah, they're gonna have nearly response time of 2 seconds.
Wait, it's the police's fault that so many blacks are killing other blacks?
Who just said that?
You did.
I said that?
Yes. No, but
Girl,
no,
please.
I want you to tell me, why is it that black Americans are 13% of the population, yet they commit 55% of the murders?
Where can you show me that?
Again, it's FBI statistics. It's well
FBI
known.
statistics? Where can you show me that at?
Can
you give me
ask
substantial
ChatGPT,
evidence
ask
with
Grok.
that? Why would I-
What?
So this statistic that Charlie Kirk just put out is misleading. So when they say 13%, it's 13% of black Americans, they're speaking of arrests. 13% of black Americans are arrested, not convicted, of 50-something percent of murders. And there's also other nuance to this where if a murder has taken place and eyewitnesses say, oh, a black person was seen leaving the crime, then they put that also into the statistic. So I'll bring it up and so you all can see. In the US, black individuals represent about 13% of the population. And while they are arrested for a disproportionately high percentage of the murders, figure is not exactly 50%. The 1350 claim is misleading generalization of complex crime statistics. Arrest versus convictions. The statistic often refers to arrests, not convictions. Additionally, it does not account for the total number of offenders, as some agencies do not submit data and the race of the offender is not always known. So yeah, man, we all know black Americans are disproportionately harassed by police officers. So just because it shows that black Americans are disproportionately arrested for murders, it doesn't mean that they're actually convicted. A lot of cases don't see trial. They either plead out, drop the case, or they're acquitted at trial. Stop letting them lie to you. Don't take it for face value just because you see it on the TV. Don't let the media propaganda lead you to believe these lies. Thank you for tuning in to the Political Black Guy channel. I'm Mo the Mayor. Peace.